You know you want to buy a smart TV, and it's probably your first one. You've saved for months until you finally have a projected budget, and in your mind you've pictured your friends and yourself as the host in front of a colossal television enjoying a football game. And you absolutely know you want a big screen because you think it's the best. Or maybe you just need it to occasionally watch the news, an entertainment TV show, or a movie, but your room is small and your budget is probably tight. So you know that a 43-inch or, at most, 50-inch TV would be ideal. So you go with a possible size in mind for this television you so desperately want, that you so desperately need. You arrive at the store, and boom, you're greeted by a barrage of dozens of boxes with many colors, letters, and terms you probably don't really understand. And on the other side of the same store, you'll find just as many unfamiliar terms, along with a huge number of screens of different sizes, and probably TV brands you didn't even know they existed. Well, here I'll quickly and easily explain what the main terms LED, QLED, QNED, ULED, and Mini LED mean. First, you need to understand that the basis of LED, QLED, QNED, ULED, and Mini LED televisions is a liquid crystal display panel, or LCD panel. This liquid crystal display panel can be of the type VAIPS or ADS, which are the main types in modern televisions. This refers to the pixel alignment. In other words, a TV with a VA panel means that the pixel alignment is vertical. This allows for better light control, higher contrast, and therefore better performance in scenes with a lot of darkness, achieving deeper blacks and, in many cases, a better level of detail. Therefore, I would say that it's the best option for watching, for example, horror movies. But it's the worst when viewed from a wide angle, because the colors tend to lose a lot of depth and appear washed out. While a TV with an IPS panel has pixels aligned parallel to the panel, or more accurately described as an arrowhead alignment, which allows for consistent and more accurate colors, regardless of the viewing angle, making it the best option for watching a football game with family or friends who have to sit around the TV. Unfortunately, this type of IPS panel is the worst for watching horror movies because the blacks will appear grayish, and in some models you may perceive the effect known as backlight bleeding. And in the middle you'd find televisions with ADS-type LCD panels, which combine some key features of the two previously mentioned LCD panel types, VA and IPS, achieving very decent performance in dark scenes, while also offering acceptable color accuracy and very decent viewing angles. So before asking the salesperson or researching elsewhere what's best for you between LED, QLED, QNED, ULED, or Mini LED TV, first ask about the type of LCD panel that most appealed to you based on what I just explained. Unfortunately, very few brands provide information about the type of LCD panel their televisions use. Therefore, if you go to the store, zoom in on the screen with your camera phone or DSLR camera, preferably against a white background, until the pixels appear as shown. This will allow you to determine their alignment. Remember, this is very important because if you need a television with good performance in dark scenes, it absolutely needs to have a VA LCD panel. If you need near-perfect viewing angles, then it should be a model with an IPS LCD panel. Or if you want a more or less balanced result, then the television should have an ADS LCD panel. After that, you need to understand that all LED, QLED, QNED, ULED, and Mini LED televisions, as their names indicate, require some type of LED backlighting technology. LED stands for light emitting diode. Therefore, the LED backlighting is located at the back of the TV in its chassis or main frame, behind the liquid crystal display panel, so that it can illuminate with greater volume and precision, achieving greater brightness levels. There are three main types of LED backlighting technologies. We have edge LED, meaning light-emitting diodes located only on the edges of the TV chassis, and in most current TVs, they're typically only found on the bottom edge. This allows for a thinner and more attractive design, but heat dissipation is usually not the best, so I don't generally recommend them. Surprisingly, the main manufacturers of these televisions are Samsung and LG, applying this LED backlit technology in some of their models. Then we have basic or conventional direct LED technology, which is uniformly distributed, covering more space of the TV chassis. This allows for more even light distribution and better heat dissipation, although the TVs tend to be thicker and perhaps less attractive. Finally, there's direct LED with full array and local dimming backlighting technology, or FALD. This is a direct LED backlight with a greater number of LED lights to cover much more space on the TV chassis, thus allowing three main things: greater levels of brightness, better distribution of light reflected on the LCD panel, and the local dimming function so that performance in dark scenes is perceived with deeper black colors. And here you might ask, where does the term mini LED fit in? Well, until 2024, this term was inextricably linked to full array backlighting technology, meaning smaller LED lights, a greater number of them for more dimming zones, hence an outstanding performance in dark scenes, and also higher levels of brightness in some models. But starting in 2025, brands can label their TVs as mini LED models, even if they don't have full array backlighting. This means brands can label their models as mini LED simply if their LEDs are smaller. For example, last year LG included Edge LED backlighting technology with local dimming in all sizes of its QNED 85A model, except for the 100-inch version, but also decided to add the term mini LED. In other words, this model is sold as mini LED, even though it does not have full array backlight. Only the 100-inch size of this model has full array backlight. Samsung, for its part, did something similar with the QN70F model, which has some kind of Edge LED backlight, although it actually consists of elongated LED tubes located through the TV chassis from top to bottom. Samsung decided to name this technology as Quantum Matrix Slim with local dimming, but this model is also often offered as mini LED, although does not have a full array backlight. Now, the term QLED is easy to understand. The Q refers to the fact that the television includes quantum dot color technology. This technology is a layer of nanocrystals located between the LED backlight and the liquid crystal display panel. These types of televisions are characterized by the fact that, regardless of the type of LED backlight they have, these LEDs are blue. This combination allows for a wider color gamut and more vibrant colors. While it's true that the final result varies depending on the model and brand, because it's influenced by the image processor, the type of LCD panel, meaning VA, IPS, or ADS, and the type of LED backlighting technology applied. In other words, a QLED TV can have Edge LED backlighting technology with or without local dimming, or it can have conventional direct LED backlighting technology or full array LED backlighting with local dimming. On the other hand, QNED televisions, which are all made by LG, can also have, of course, some type of LED backlighting technology, but the color technology applied changes. It's worth to mention that until 2024, QNED televisions combine nanocell and quantum dot color technologies, but more recent models incorporate dynamic QNED color technology, completely eliminating quantum dots while still delivering a wide color gamut with great accuracy. Now, the term ULED is specific to the HISENSE brand, and what it refers to is the optimization and integration between the image processor, the LED backlighting technology applied, whatever it may be, and the color technology, which is usually quantum dots. And the term mini LED, as you know, although until 2024, it was associated with full array backlighting technology, meaning that televisions would have much smaller LEDs and a greater number of them with much more dimming zones for a much better dark scenes performance. Currently, brands can claim their televisions are mini LED models, even if they haven't full array backlight. So if you want a mini LED TV, it's best to ask if it has full array local dimming backlighting technology in order to avoid any unpleasant surprises. To summarize, a television that only has the term LED on its box is the most basic model, and its LED backlighting technology can be Edge LED with or without local dimming, or it can be conventional direct LED without local dimming, and the light emitted by the LEDs is white. A QLED television can have any of the aforementioned LED backlighting technologies, whose light is blue, and also features a quantum dot color filter applied between the LED backlight and the LCD panel. In other words, a QLED television can have edge LED backlighting technology with or without local dimming, or it can have conventional direct LED backlighting technology or full array with local dimming. A QNED model has the dynamic QNED color technology with some type of LED backlit. An ULED TV can have the quantum dot color technology and also some type of LED backlit. There is the term QD Mini LED, used for example by the brand TCL. This means these models have the quantum dot color technology, and in this case, so far, all these models use full array backlit with mini LEDs. Important. Remember that currently it is up to every brand if they decide to apply the mini LED term to any of those technologies, even if they do not include full array backlit. Then it is important that if a brand is trying to offer you a mini LED TV, demand it has full array backlighting technology, otherwise it will be a garbage mini LED TV. That's it. I remind you guys, I will appreciate your support by acquiring a membership in my Patreon page. Also by doing purchases through the links I put in the description and in the pinned comment. Also, click the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and until next time.